Okay, for reals. This is my 1979 Ford F-250 crew cab. It's been a project for a few years now. It is a four-wheel drive, long bed. From the information I can gather, they never made a long bed four-wheel drive, so I can only assume it started life as a short bed four-wheel drive. Somebody else extended the frame, put a long bed on it. It needs to be redone, but there's other plans in the work. I have a 99 F450 that I'm going to use the frame and the axles and the transmission and transfer case. But this truck does have the Cummins in it. Has a 12 valve Cummins, an early Cummins. Right now it's sitting on a Dodge chassis, basically, the Dodge running gear. It has a Kingpin Dana 60 in the front, and it has, I believe, a Dana 70 in the rear. And I believe it's a TorqueFlite 727 transmission, a 3-speed, so it's an early one, and a 205 transfer case. It runs, it drives, it stops, but it's far from being roadworthy. Right now, I am working on the rust removal on the truck. When I bought the truck, didn't pay a lot for it. Kind of regretting that now. Should have maybe bought a little bit better one with a little bit less rust. I figured, you know, a few panels here and there, and it shouldn't take much to get it going. But 2 years later, I'm still working on the rust. But I've done the floors, I've done the top of the cabs where they always rust. I've done some cab corners. I'm working on the rear doors, getting them rust free, cutting all the rust out of them and just putting in patch panels and making it right. I'm not a body man by any stretch of the imagination, but I am too cheap to pay for a body man. So I'm learning. Anything I do, don't copy me because I have no idea what I'm doing. Hopefully it looks 100-yard truck, looks good from 100 yards, and we're gonna use it. Maybe not abuse it, but we're definitely gonna use it for what its intended purpose is. So paint, whatever, just wanna make it one color. Anyway, that's kind of what we're starting with, and hopefully it'll be a pretty cool truck when we're done. This is a 12 valve Cummins motor. It's out of an 89 or 90 Dodge. I think it only had like 150,000 miles on it. It runs good, they're super simple. Just, that's kind of what I want this truck to be, is super simple, easy to work on, always runs, and hopefully run forever.
The most important meal of the day, serving it up.
Serve it up, drink it up, make your life a better place. We're heading up to the sheds to grab a bench so we can do a little paint removal on that door. Take a look at the 99 F450 that's gonna be putting the body of that 79 Ford on the 99 Ford. Anyway, we'll show you what's going on. This is the 99 F450 that's donating all of its parts to the 79 F250. This was like a tree trimming truck. It's got a tilt bed on the back. It's got a big old back whatever bed thing to haul shredded up. It's got about 200,000 miles on it. It does have the 7.3 Power Stroke, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to still be using the Cummins. Let me know in the comments what you think. It does have the ZF 6-speed, and it's a dually. So kind of been back and forth whether to just use the factory bed and single it out, or dually flatbed. Tell me what you think. I'm going to set up to do a little paint stripping out here. I just bought this tool from Hobo Freight, and we're going to give her a go, see how she does. But I want to do out here because I'm afraid it's going to make a mess in my garage. So here we go. This is the driver's side rear door. They're hard to come by, pretty rare, and this one had quite a bit of rust in it. I've started cutting out the rust and re-welding in patch panels. They don't make patch panels per se for these exact doors, but they do make them for the front doors, and they kind of fit. So just kind of making them work. But anyway, you can kind of see what I'm working with here. This is what I cut out of it. A lot of rust. It's just the bottom of the door. Water collects down there, and just over many years it just rusts out. And so you wind up doing this, and same over here on this corner. Kind of what we're working with here, or was working with, and cut out the rust. Weld in new patch panels. This is a new patch panel, and it's gonna need a little trimming and fitting, but we'll make it work and be good as new-ish. So anyway, that's the rear door. So we got the majority of the paint off. It's quite a bit of work to get this far. I guess it went pretty quick considering some Bondo in there, it looks like, and whatnot, but it's going to take a lot of work and effort to do the whole rest of the truck and a lot of time, but we'll get her eventually. We might change up methods a little bit and try some different stuff, but I'm going to take it back in the shop, do a little bit more welding on it, and then that's where we'll be. I got someplace to ground to, which is nice. This is going to be a long process, welding this whole door, so I'm trying to get as much surface here to weld as possible. Like I said, I'm not a body man, but I do know you can't put much heat into these panels, so I'm trying to jump around and do a little bit at a time, try not to overheat and warp the panel. So it's a process. So we're hooking up the batteries. We're going to see if this truck will start. I haven't actually started it in months. It doesn't have a grid heater hooked up. Hasn't been plugged in. It's just been sitting here in my garage. It's fairly warm day today. It might be upper 40s, probably at least 50 degrees in this garage, so it's not horribly bad, but like I said, haven't been started in a long time. So I haven't actually got any real wiring in this truck yet. It's just kind of have to hot wire it to make it go. Probably better make sure it's in park. Appears to be in park. Okay. Let's see if I can even remember how to start this thing. So I got a lift pump on the back of the truck. Let's see, I think the blue wire is a lift pump. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's lift pumping. Getting fuel up here. And I'm hoping that this, let's see, I think this white wire is actually ground. So we probably don't want to hook that up to positive. That would be bad. We'll just wrap that right there. I think this blue wire here is the start wire. No, wait. Okay. So that one's for the fuel shut off. So that one just needs to be, okay. This thing may lunge forward, so don't like.
Of course. How far forward?
Like just stand right here. Just stand right here in this corner. It's gonna go. It's gonna go through the back wall. Okay, here we go. See if it'll go. Nope, that's the wrong wire. I ain't gonna go off of that one. That one's a fuel pump. That one's a ground. Does it need a ground? Just trying to sort out the wires here. It's been so long since I started this. I can't remember what kind of menagerie I got going on here. Whatever it is, it ain't good. May have a fire. It's hard to say. Might have a runaway. It might start. It might not. Let's find out. Okay, for reals. much exhaust. That's why it's so loud. So I attempted to steal some parts off my steering gear for my Jeep, because this thing has just been sitting for a while and I needed some parts for my Jeep, and it didn't quite work out. The parts wouldn't fit. So I don't have any power steering fluid in it, because when I took the steering gear apart, I drained a bunch of power steering fluid out of it. Forgot about it until I pulled it out, and basically I didn't have any steering.
Holy crap, how far down is that? You're gonna need to put a stepping stool and keep it with you all the time in this truck.
You're not wrong. Get too old to be... Oh yeah, I leaked out a lot of fluid. Yeehaw. So that's about all we're going to get done for today, and got a little bit done, got a whole lot more to go. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.